You don't just wake up and go through a morning routine. Do, 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 do. You wake up and perform your rising ritual like an absolute Zen warrior. You've just been pulled out of the interdimensional dream world by the beautiful sound of your alarm going off. So, you're faced with the first decision of the day: to snooze or not to snooze. If you're like most people, you probably leave yourself about 20 minutes to get sorted before you leave the house to go to work. You hit the snooze button a few times and lay in bed until you absolutely have to move. What this does is it leaves you no room for anything meaningful before you go out into the world and spend all your energy on a job that will replace you in the blink of an eye. You can get out of bed, you can rush around, you can get sorted in 15 minutes, all for someone else, but you can't do it for yourself. If you carry on like that, you're going to wake up in 20 years' time and wonder where your life has gone. The sooner you wake up and realize that you're the only one who's going to change your life, the better. Awareness is the precursor to change. The rising ritual that your future version wants, needs, and enjoys might not be the one that your future version likes doing. Your whole life is literally made up of individual 24-hour days. If you don't own your day, you're just a feather in the wind. You need to take control of the controllable. Your rising ritual is a system that ensures you bring your absolute best to the table and primes you for the day ahead. How many times have you woken up and you've been rushing around, you haven't prepared, you're unorganized, and then the rest of that day follows suit? You're erratic, you're all over the place. How you start the day tends to be how you finish it. Your rising ritual can be made up of anything that you want it to be. You can work on a side hustle, you can get a workout in, you can do some reading. Just make sure that you're doing something that you want to do, or is at least good for you, before you go out and spend your energy on the rest of the world. Here's a list of some options that you can use to build your rising ritual. For starters, you need to wake up early. The morning mineral cocktail, movement, a cold shower, meditation or breath work, affirmations, reading or journaling. There's a certain stillness and calming energy to the early hours of the morning. A lot of religions look at the early hours of the morning as sacred time. Waking up early is the best opportunity for you to enjoy some solidarity, for you to work on your self-improvement goals, and to prime yourself for a successful day ahead. If you usually start your day by scrolling through socials, looking at your messages, checking your emails, buy yourself an alarm clock and do not look at your phone until your rising ritual is complete. One thing I actually do which works so well is I put my alarm clock in another room. I put it in the bathroom. So it forces me to get up, go into another room and turn it off. Then I'm up, I'm going. Make sure you do not press snooze. If you get out of bed, go to your alarm clock, which is in another room, press snooze and go back to bed. You've fallen at the first hurdle. Procrastinating on the day ahead is procrastinating on your whole life. Don't do it. Mel Robbins has a simple but effective technique for helping you get out of bed. As soon as your alarm goes off, start counting down from 5 in your head. Don't think, just count down from 5. As soon as you get to 0, get out of bed. Don't think about it, just get up. The morning mineral cocktail. The first time I heard about this drink was when I read a book called Own Your Day, Own Your Life by Aubrey Marcus. So rather than getting up and going through the ritual of making yourself a coffee, get up and go through the ritual of making yourself a hydration cocktail. Grab the biggest glass you can find and add these ingredients: 3 grams or half a teaspoon of high quality salt, a quarter of a squeezed lemon, and then fill the glass with spring or filtered water. In the words of Aubrey Marcus, you don't want to force the cocktail down. That only turns the whole process into something that feels more like punishment and less like nourishment. We're not playing beer pong. People often get worried about the effects of lemon on your teeth, but what you can do is you can drink through a straw or simply just wash your mouth out when you're done. I know you love your morning coffee, but just hold off for an hour or 2 into your day. You need to get your body moving. Your morning movement doesn't have to be a full-blown workout. Most people don't want to get up and do some chest press and some squats and some deadlifts, and that's fine. But you need to move your body. You could go for a morning walk, complete a set of push-ups, do some yoga, or just run around the house with your dog. Me personally, I usually get down and smash out as many push-ups as I can do. If you can get outside at the same time, your sleep cycle will thank you for it. Morning sunlight is super important for your circadian rhythm. Thank you, Andrew Huberman. A cold shower. Now, this is one that 95% of you just won't even try. And I kind of understand, because I have a cold shower every single morning and I still don't want to do it. Every day, my mind is trying to talk me out of it. But if you want to feel like you can conquer absolutely anything, make yourself have a cold shower. There is simply nothing like the feeling of stepping out of a cold shower after you've been dancing around and breathing like a madman for 3 minutes. Your mind will give you every excuse not to do it, but you will feel like a Zen warrior ready to sprint full speed into a health retreat when it's over. You're conquering your mind. You're improving your physical health. You know what they say, a cold shower a day keeps the doctor away. Thank you, Wim Hof. Meditation, the art of attention, the art of understanding yourself, whatever you want to call it, meditation is a life-changing practice. You should sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day. Unless you're too busy, then you should sit for an hour. If you're just starting out, you're going to soon notice that your mind is like a monkey. It looks for absolutely anything to be distracted by. In the modern world that we live in, it is very easy to numb your mind and seek instant gratification. You scroll on your phone, you look for something on Netflix, you turn on your games console. You rarely give yourself a moment to think. Your mind is literally a supercomputer. Everything you believe, perceive, and want to achieve all comes from your mind. So sit down and take the time to see what's going on in there. You will learn so much more looking internally than you will externally. Practice mindfulness, not mindfulness. Breathwork. I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I'm probably going to do another video specifically on breathwork. All you really need to do is search Wim Hof on YouTube. Just type in Wim Hof guided breathing. If you haven't heard of him yet, I don't know where you've been. Affirmations. I like to think of affirmations as powerful reminders and future manifestations. They remind you of your goals, what your future version looks like, where you want to end up. Reading your affirmations every day will reinforce why you are doing what you're doing. Your list of affirmations will change over time. So just write down what feels right and reiterate as you go. Only you will see this list. Be honest and be creative. Reading or journaling. If you feel like you've got 99 thoughts bouncing around in your brain, just use a technique called brain dumping. Sit down for 5 minutes and just write down absolutely everything that's in your head. Once you've done that, you can sit there and pick out the most important. You can then make a plan as to how you're going to tackle those to start with. You'll honestly be surprised how much this helps. If you just want some time to yourself and you just want to learn and relax, read a book. Reading and writing might seem boring compared to the magic rectangle that you have in your hand, but many people argue that the ability to communicate effectively is the absolute best skill you can acquire. Reading and writing will both help massively. So tell yourself, you are in control. If you can conquer your morning, you will conquer your day. If you can conquer your day, you will conquer your life. Some people like to get up and get straight into a workout and just tick that off the list. Some people like to start it with meditation and stretching. Every person is different, so it's important to experiment and see what works for you. You can try one thing today and try another tomorrow. Whatever the case is, get up early and do something for your mind, body, and spirit. Start using your valuable energy on the most important person in your life. You. Your job will replace you in the blink of an eye. Put yourself first. Take out a pen and paper and start building your rising ritual.